It's a purple carpet event here at Disneyland at Frontierland, leading into Norton Square. Let's go check out what we can see, what's been revealed today at Haunted Mansion, Tianas Palace, and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And I guess that marks the end of our purple carpet experience. There's a media event happening today, which is why they're doing all that. But we're not here for the media event. Didn't get invited. We're here to see the walls come down outside Tiana's Palace in the Haunted Mansion. It has been a long time since there's been no walls right here. This is a bit, I'm not sure how to process this. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to evaluate this with respect to before and after. It's just so different. So right here, there would have been an alley, a lane right here to go around the courtyard, which would be right here in the center. So they built a new planter here. They put in a new tree right there. But right about here is where the fountain would have been, right there. Concept art suggested there would be a raised seating area there for guests to sit on, like a brick terrace. But I don't see that as well. I also don't see a fountain, but it still looks beautiful. I just can't believe all the times we've been on that Mark Twain trying to see over the walls. Here it is. It's all been revealed. New walking surface here, like a cobblestone type pattern there, which I love. I love this. This looks great. Very Madame Leota, right? So they did turn out to be planters. When I saw these over the wall, I'm like, I'm not so sure those are fountains. They did turn out to be planters. This looks like it has the potential. Yeah, there is, they're prepared. It's ready for water. They can bring water down through the fish or serpent's mouth there. So that could eventually become a fountain. Detail work is amazing. I love this. This looks really, really nice. The lamps are really, really nice. I've never been excited about a lamp before, maybe, but those look nice. I like it. The themed elements there looks good. The planters look good. I love how it blends in with the Haunted Mansion queue, which is not open yet. We're going to get to that in a second, but this blends in nicely with the entrance. And where guests are probably going to enter is right there. Like I said, I'm not really sure how to evaluate this right now. We're just kind of doing this ad hoc on the scene because this was not announced, it was not planned. They just, I had a reservation already for today, but I wasn't expecting to find this today. I just saw it on social media, so here we go. Over towards the left, this is a brand new planter. This was all just chained circular queues. If the fountain was here right in the middle, then there would have been, a circular queue forming around it. And then the back end of that situation, there was trees, but not, God, now I can't remember. But the back end of it would have been right about here. And then where that, oh my gosh, they actually did build that cover. We have not seen any side of this from the Mark Twain, from anywhere, from the train. This just popped up. They must have prefabbed this because we have not seen any sign of this up until just now. And there it is, completely. That's the extended queue, the covered sort of, what do you call it, greenhouse type deal. This whole thing, the theme of the Haunted Mansion queue is that it's a garden at the mansion. And we get to look at some of the extended queue. I want to peek over here. See there? There's the inner part right there. And then the outer part. So, hey guys, how are you? There's an outer part right here that they're going to go around here. I can't see where. This is just show. This looks like it's trying to evoke the old Fastpass kiosk. But this is probably the beginning. They're going to turn left at the entrance. They're going to go through that queue. Then they're going to go into the interior queue, out those two brick pillars there, and into the rear section, and then back out again. They're going to switch back for a little while in there, and then come back in to the queue and finish that off. I'm guessing, at least, I think it's going to be outer first, then inner, and then the inner exits out into the proper entrance of Haunted Mansion. And again, we'll look at that here in a second. I want to go over there. I want to finish looking at this first, but we'll try to see if we can't guess or estimate how this is going to blend in with the entrance of the Haunted Mansion, which is so close. I've also just heard or noticed that there's music back here. This is nightmare themed music, but different than the music that was played before. I'm wondering if they're going to have Haunted Mansion music playing out here, but that's a new ad. Wait, that is Haunted Mansion. That's Grim Grinning Ghosts in a different arrangement, isn't it? Yeah. By the way, it looks like we called it. They have in fact reversed the stage here. It looks like, well actually, I should not reversed. It can now go both directions depending on who they're trying to entertain. But these steps here are a mirror of the steps that are on the other side, on the Tianas Palace side. So the jazz band could face this direction and play to the jazz band, or it could face on our direction and play to guests out here. The concept art showed tables out here. There was going to be tables out here for guests to sit on. Don't know if that's going to become a thing, but I think that would be kind of lovely. But it looks like there's going to be more than enough foot traffic through here to make that probably undesirable, to complicate things with tables and chairs. Although I would like to see at least a smattering, like you're in some sort of like an outdoor cafe in New Orleans, right? Like on the street, which is the thing. They only have 4, 5, 6 tables, something like that. That'd be nice. Okay, we're back over here again. I had been wondering if they were going to recreate the planter that they had here before. Hi guys! If they were going to recreate this as they had before. This was heavily landscaped. It was very abundant, like an ivy type situation. They did not, although I would expect that, I suppose this could probably grow more, but that's going to take a little while. It also won't, because they've moved the popcorn cart, which was down there towards the entrance as you come into this space before, right as you make that left turn from the artery that runs in front of Haunted Mansion. They have moved that popcorn cart back here, which I think that's nice. That actually works pretty well. They've got a nice little nook that they've set up. So that looks good. I appreciate that. Steps in the queue are the same. This does not change at all. But what is changing is that guests can actually board here. Yes, you can. There's some guests up there. We could actually board this train today. Hi guys, they did. We could board this train today and take a trip on the Disneyland Railroad from the New Orleans Square Station. Unexpected, was not anticipating that. But I want to look more at this planner over here. This mirrors what we saw on the right side. Same configuration, same design or shape or whatever. This did extend to the left to about where that brick column there is, the little spired column. And this side was also fully landscaped. So this is just sort of, I don't know, I'm hoping they got to make room, I guess, for strollers and EVs, I suppose, which is, that's the way of the world today. But I would like to see this grow out more if we can help that. Incredible. I can't believe it's actually it's actually open. Yeah, so new tree. Pretty sure that was an old tree, but they took it out and then replanted it, perhaps. I'm not positive, because I want to say the trees that were here before are more like that one. This does not look like that. Oh, here's some more of those lamps. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and take this opportunity. Very roomy, very spacious right here. Construction walls that were up before ran from that planter along this line right here. Hi guys, how are you? Good to see you. And then yeah, along this line right here to the entrance of the Haunted Mansion. We're only going to get so far because the rear queue obviously is still under construction. But this does open things up quite a bit. So my guess is, as you approach the entrance, just like before, instead of going directly in with standby, you would, oh, you do go in. You make your U-turn up here. Because normally, right here, where the clock is, there was the whole, thing, that the standby wait time board, this is new, this is different. But that brick wall did not exist before. So you would come, set up that extended queue along the edge of the Haunted Mansion proper queue. You would line up right there and then filter out here to the left into the Magnolia Park and the fountain. So it looks like they're going to have you can see there's some the railings right there. You're going to make a left right there. It looks like you're going to make a left on the outside, the farthest one where the bird is, the crow. You'll make a left and probably, yeah, look, when these walls come down, that left is going to come right here, and you're going to go down the exterior part of the queue. There, oh my gosh, this looks, they've made the concept art come alive. Incredible. They really have made the concept art come alive. And then there's probably more to it. There's some construction crews right there still working on it, some Imagineers there. They've done a great job, I think, of actually delivering what was in that art so far. But yeah, so down that path, you're going to go around the far side. I don't know if you're going to loop. Yeah, you're probably going to loop back this way and then into the interior part, the walled-in section of that queue. This is actually kind of a lot. I was, very curious to see how I would feel about things when I got here, wondering if it would rise to my hopeful expectations. They were naturally high because I want this to be beautiful, because I want it to be a win. Same thing like with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I really, really wanted it to be great. It didn't quite get there, but it's still good. Didn't quite get there, but I want and need this queue to look nice, and this space out here, this courtyard to look nice. I want this all to work because I want people to enjoy it. I want people to be happy when they come to Disneyland. I don't want them to be like, oh gosh, Magnolia Park. I don't want them to feel that way when they get here. So I'm rooting for Disney to get this right, and it feels pretty good to me so far, what I've seen, how I feel about things. Hey, all right. It really does feel pretty good. And I'm hoping that feeling sticks around. Sometimes, the hype builds up and you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And then time goes by and you're like, yeah, maybe not. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Nice. Perfect. Fetch me the bootstrappers.
I don't know. They're going to need to scan us in anyway. Okay, we'll wait.
Do you think they'll play here in what was Magnolia Park? What are we going to call this, by the way? Tiana's Courtyard? I don't know. Okay, so I came back around this way because I wanted to show the approach again to give an idea of what they've made available to guests space-wise, because if it looks or feels roomy to you, that's because it is. And that's because none of this space was accessible by the casual guest. The space that we're in right now, as we're approaching, like I mentioned before, where the fountain was, lovely that it was an unusable space. A point that is often forgotten by people who lament the fact, the loss of it. I could totally and definitely appreciate the fact that it was sometimes some things are just there for looks, some things are just there for the aesthetic. That fountain was one of them. The Court of Angels is another. Completely useless for guests, but it was lovely. It was delightful. It was great being in that space, but it didn't have any sort of function. You couldn't sit there and eat. There was no show. There was no characters, anything like that. I don't remember there being anyway. So the Magnolia Park, though beautiful and wonderful to look at, and it is has a value as intrinsic value as an aesthetic, it didn't help in terms of guest capacity. There was it feels like you could kind of be here in this space. You can exist in this space as opposed to not being able to, because it was set up only as queue. Very rarely, I would say maybe a couple of months out of the year, was it not being set aside, reserved, inaccessible by by guests because it was set up with chains and everything to be extended queue for the Haunted Mansion. Today, guests can just sort of mingle here, take a picture with Tiana. She's probably taking a break from making her special beignets that are being offered on starting Friday. The beignets with dipped or covered in honey and powdered sugar. I digress. Also the catfish. We're going to check that out. But this is one of those spaces where I feel like they could possibly put out some tables. This is very wide open, very accessible, amenable to putting some kind of seating here, some kind of just a place, maybe some benches. If you don't want them to eat here, maybe some benches or the means for guests to take a seat and relax a bit. There's not a lot of that at Disneyland, I'll say that. And I will point out again that there was supposed to be, right there was supposed to be in the concept art, the 2 terraced. It wasn't a lot. You could probably fit 4 or 5 guests there, sitting on there, maybe 6, I don't know. It wasn't a lot, but I do kind of regret that they weren't able to fit that in because it looked really good. It looked really nice in the concept art. It looked fun to be in. By the way, did they change the popcorn turner? I don't remember if that was Oogie Boogie before in the old popcorn cart. Was it Oogie Boogie? I don't think it was. Okay, I'm just gonna keep making observations. Right about here is where you would have seen the Fastpass kiosk, that beautiful little setup there in the corner to get your Haunted Mansion Fastpass. This has been kept. I don't know if they had to rebuild this or not, but it's the same ramp for ADA guests right here. It's in that same space. So what they've done is put this extended queue in a combination of the space that was occupied by the Fastpass kiosk, which would have ended. Gosh, these walls are very similar, aren't they? It would have ended right about halfway down that wall right there. And then on the other side of that would have been the Haunted Mansion queue, maybe even a little further. Now I have to wonder if I can take another peek over. I have to wonder if that new wall, the far wall there on the other side of that bust, if that's the original boundary of the rear queue. Feels like it could be. Boy, spatially, I'm having a difficult time like estimating where we are in the old situation. I want to get another look at this here. I'm going to see if I can't go over there and spot things from there. No, I don't think I can see over that wall. I'd have to get up on that rail or those bricks at the very minimum, which that is just not something that I'm going to do. What we can do is see it from this angle through the fence. But that is very evocative of the old Fastpass kiosk there. They are definitely trying to, remember that a bit. Oh, they've got a thatched fence back there, or they've got a garden growing here. Looks like there's some, what are that? What are they growing here? They got one of those little tags that you put on there to show that you're growing something specific. But yeah, that's garden right there. And it looks like it's live of some kind. I can't tell what it is, but that is not fake. I'm not sure what they're growing. I can't read the tag from here either. Well, guess what? I did get a picture of it. It's a Tom Knudsen camellia. I don't know why it's called a Tom Knudsen, but let's see. Spectacular dark red formal blooms accented by deep red veining. It's a stunning early to mid-season flower that creates a dazzling contrast to the glossy dark green foliage. Gonna take a peek around the left. And we can get a kind of a glimpse of the new ADA elevator. I'm still curious to see how all that's going to blend together for the guest, to how cramped that might feel back there. But we can't really see much. But it's difficult to guess how far along they are or how far away they are from completion. I can still see that they're in like a stucco phase. Let me see if I can get in there a little closer. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's finished. They haven't applied the final coat or whatever, which is probably why the scaffolding is still up. So we're still a ways from that being done. How many ways? I don't know. A couple weeks perhaps? I'm just hoping that they get this thing ready to go in December at least. Oh, okay, so that's still the old house where they managed the switches. It's empty now. There's nothing going on there now, but they have taken down the scrim and scaffold. This used to be you wouldn't be able to see the roof before, Matter of fact, I should go check on the other side and see if we can still see the burn marks. Gonna switch to my phone so I can zoom in a little better. And they have covered that part up with scrim. So they probably still have not yet refinished. That's where you would have seen the burn marks, is on the other side of that scrim you would have seen the smoke and burn marks on that building. So that's still probably, they're probably not gonna fix this anytime soon. This could be not until next year. And by that I mean the next time they close the Disneyland Railroad for the next installment of the new track. So the track replacement process, that's supposed to take a total of 3 years in 3-month segments, replacing a third of the track each time. It wasn't going to be a quarter, it was going to be 4 years. Actually, no, it is still going to take 4 years. Oh, it could be 26. Now that I think about it, it could be 26, because the reason why they got ahead of schedule, they narrowed it down to 3 sections, 3 segments for 3 months each, rather than 4 and 4 sections over 4 years, because they wanted to skip 25 because they want the train to be open for the entirety of the 70th anniversary in 2025. So that station is going to look like that probably through the rest of 24 and 25, and up to when they close the train again in 26, when they do the next segment of the train. You know what? Now's a good time. I think the train has just pulled in. I'm going to take a Grand Circle tour. I'm going to take this opportunity to experience the Disneyland Railroad. Get in this queue and wait for the next train. Oh my God, this feels like old. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, this is happening. How long has it been since we've been able to do this? Hey guys, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Man, this feels good. This feels real good. This was the unexpected, possibly best part of coming to Disneyland today. I was not expecting the train to be open when they opened up the Courtyard. I had heard, because I've been mentioning in our videos previously that I've been hearing that the walls were going to come down soon, but they weren't including the train in that conversation. The updates that I was getting, the intel that I was getting did not include the train. But here we are. This is my favorite place. Maybe second favorite. No, Main Street is still best, but I do love, it's either this or Main Street. That's it. There's no other form for me. No Toontown, no Tomorrowland. And I love this station. I love exiting here, actually. There's no announcement. That's regrettable. But still, magic.
The Disneyland Railroad. At this time, remain to the police giving hands, on, speed and lights inside the train while in motion. And please make your supplies kids as well. They must remain seated on the gold platform. The band shall wait for the opening to be into the seats under the age of 7. Next stop, Mickey's Toontown Depot. All Toontown fans-led attractions. Once again, next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot.
Amazing. The wall has been here for what? 9 months? Maybe? I don't know, man. Look at that, we're back.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad.
We're back.
To
Steve's
ensure a safe
back.
ride, stay seated with your hands, arms,
There's the back of the
feet,
queue
and
right there.
legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. Where the welcome is warm, the music is hot, and the company is sweet as honey.
Gate's still down.
Passing over the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
back, baby. We are so back.
Welcome to buy your folks to Sullivan Square Station. We're almost there.
Yeah, we can see
I think that's going to do it for the Disneyland Railroad and Magnolia. I'm just going to call it Magnolia Park. It still is to me. I think I heard a cast member referred to it as that as well, so we'll see. But we got more to cover. There's more walls down, as it turns out. These walls went down yesterday. We're going to Tiana's Bayou Adventure for some new views. Every wall has been taken down between Haunted Mansion and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. All the walls are down. Walls around the gift shop and the walls on the left side of Tiana's. So we'll just take a quick tour here of what we can see so far. And I don't know if this is done or not. I mean, they took these walls down, I believe, for both this and at the Magnolia Park for the media event. So I don't know if this is finished or not. The concept art showed flowers up there in the window and then a whole bunch of Museum of the Weird type theming elements on the sides of the doors. Actually, you can see right here. That's what I'm talking about. We're approaching these doors right there. And you can see they've got all kinds of, there's a couch and this. I have a feeling that this stuff is still yet to be installed. Perhaps the planter here, I'm not sure. We've got lamps now instead of the flowers, but none of this is here, right? None of that stuff is there. But I'm hoping that they still find a way to include that because it does look a little, a little Home Depot. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, actually, let's take a look at the side because I'm really curious to see how this works. They've got these walls up here. That's probably another entrance. That's this entrance right there. Oop. Right there, that's that entrance. There's a little hole there, just like these. They're more like, they're not necessarily doors, but I don't know. I'm curious to see if they go ahead and do that because I really like that feature. But one of the things I've been worried about is the guests coming out of the Haunted Mansion right here. If they're gonna, like, how much impediment is this right here? And it's actually not that bad. There's lots of room here, and you could go to the right or the left, and it wouldn't be so crowded that you would have any difficulty with that in either direction. I really am hoping that they've got more time and more stuff. But other than that, it's kind of not a lot to report on, to be honest. It's a very, very normal looking building. I do like the colors. I think it's nice. It's a nice transition from the greens on the mansion, the kind of very light greens, a little bit darker. And there's Mark, and then a little bit more. Look at all that color that you get when you cross over to Tiana's, which we're going to do in just a minute. But I want to note that they have also brought back the merch cart, little carriage that was out here. This is built in that old little space where the Haunted Mansion carts were, and then if you wanted to get in the queue for Splash Mountain, you would join the queue right about there and then head up the path. So that's where they built this, and it looks really, really nice. I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying the fact that we can now see. This was all walled off here right up until about these rocks, these boulders. So there was a lot of the view, the presentation of the mountain that we were missing. Namely, the water wheel up there. Let me see if I can get a better angle. It's that waterfall, gorgeous. This was not on the other day. The last time I rode Tiana's, the waterfall was not working. Neither was the water wheel. And this is actually something that we haven't been able to see before either, was boats. These are the boats after the final drop. They've come around the left, or the secret path, and they're heading back into the finale. This, you guys, it's gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. It looks even better from here. I thought the views were nice from that angle over there, straight on, but off here to the side, it's incredible. I really, really enjoy this a lot. And then if we go down a little further, oh, they blocked it off. We mentioned this in our State of Disneyland report that you probably haven't seen yet. They've got cast out here at the gate, but I've been wondering why they kept this path when you were coming down this queue space. What we talked about in our before and after video, you would make a left right here where these cast members are, and that was the queue that would take you down to the main entrance. And at the end of the queue down there, let's see if I can get over there. There we go. At the end of that path, it would start to work its way down, and you run alongside the mountain, and you could see boats go by, which I thought was delightful. But it's been blocked up. But they've taken these walls down, but they've kept the queue, which suggests to me that this could be open to guests at some point, perhaps, just as a viewing area, as another place to sort of look and watch the boats come by, watch the boats drop, or watch the boats pass by where that mossy tree is right there. Last thing to be revealed today is Lewis's Critter Club. There's 2 entrances here, well, exits depending on which way you go, but that's, I would guess, the main entrance. And then there's the one, obviously, that you enter from inside or the middle part of Pooh Corner. Sign looks good. I would have liked a little bit more, here, like the moss or something growing from the roof line there. They did manage to add a planter. It's good. Ooh, look. Got a little firefly. Can you buy these? I think you can. I'll bet you those. Oh, that looks cool. Oh my gosh, am I going to love this shop? Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Definite raised berets vibe in here in terms of the color, the complete change in the color palette and the mood. This was sort of almost plainly themed before, Pooh themed. This has got a lot more detail and thought given here. Oh, look at the frogs. You got Mondo and his friends. There's Sebastian and Bernadette and Claude, apparently. I don't know the characters' names. I just know Mondo. He's got a bug in his drink. Oh, it's great. Wow, fly juice. It's the Lily Pad Lounge, you guys. Incredible. And the merch in here is very much Tiana themed. Oh, I like this shirt. Oh, can you guys get that in an adult size? Very reminiscent of the old Splash logo. But instead you got Lewis and the Bayou Critters there. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's much darker in here, but still well lit enough that you can see everything. The other one was very bright. Normally I like a more well lit environment, but this is well lit enough that I can appreciate this. They've also removed some of the displays here. There was a display right here where they've got queue. Maybe they'll put one back when business slows down. Here's the Lewis section, the Lewis plush. There's that guy. That's Mama Odie's chair. That's great. Oh my gosh. Bottles in the back. This is wonderful. Pardon me. Love the green. Loving this. It's like Christmas every day in here, I bet, with the lights. Oh, this is what I saw from the window before we came in. Figurine here. This is specifically for Tiana's Foods, not the movie, but Tiana's Foods, or Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I should say. Tiana's Foods. You can buy a ride vehicle. Oh, it's a toy. That's only $12. I thought that's really cheap, but it's not a figurine, it's a toy. Another kid's shortcut to the Bayou shirt. There are adult shirts, obviously. Let's go to or get to the party. Oh, they're annual. Spirit jersey. Oh, here we go. I wanted an adult size. There you go. It's the same graphic as that kid's sweatshirt that I liked. And we have a shortcut to the Bayou adult tee also. Hoodie, smaller Spirit jersey. Here's that. Well, I don't know if that's Ray or not. I don't know him well enough to say, but I'm pretty sure that's Ray in a mason jar. And it probably does light up. I'm hitting the buttons. Oh, there he goes. By the way, that is no price. I don't see it. Oh, it's USB. Interesting. Tiana jumper for the kids. Backpack. Sophia would like that right there. Oh, here we go. Tiana's Foods coffee mug. Oh, can we actually buy some hot sauce? It is. It's actual hot sauce. Mama Odie's roasted pepper hot sauce. Or chocolate. She makes chocolate also. Oh, what's this? It's a menu book. Get out of here. Oh my god, the pages are stuck together so I can't look, but this starts with, is it a notebook? It is. Okay, so you put in your own recipes, but they give you one. They give you the Tiana style beignets, but the rest you have to put in your own. Yeah, those are empty pages, but still, that's very neat. And then from the other side, this is where we saw the wall up until yesterday. Welcome to Lewis's Critter Club. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. I love your shop, Lewis. I love it. This might be, I don't know, man. Boy, this end race is just outstanding. They really did a great job. Very, very well done. Well, I gotta say, all in, 10 out of 10, no notes. Would try again. That was, guys, that was great. Everything, I loved everything they did today. I love Magnolia Park. Love the new views at Tiana's. Love Lewis's Critter Club. Love the energy here in Bayou Country and at New Orleans Square. Great day today. And we'll be back again on Friday for the opening of Tiana's and also for the beginning of the Christmas season. Stay tuned for that. I got a lot of content. I hope you guys have time to watch it all. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this show and show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbake. And then follow us on Instagram at _freshbake. On Twitter at freshbakedisney, that's fresh with no E. And on TikTok at freshbakedisney. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind with it. Fresh Bake.